Hi. Okay, so back at the lake house. And I thought for our reading today, we would actually play with Coral and Sage and explore their beach house a little bit. Yay! All right, so here we go. Stuck in the middle of Knowhere, featuring Coral. And Coral right now is the doll that is resting on the couch. All right, and we are on chapter 3, I believe. Yes, chapter 3, Why Me? Let's take the tunnel instead of the stairs, Fiona suggested early the next morning. It's quicker. I thought Fiona was talking in riddles again, but she pointed to a green door covered with signs that read, one way, tunnel, curve, exit. One way, tunnel, curve, exit. Fiona slid the green door to the left. In front of us was a huge curving green tube that looked like it belonged on a playground. It was a giant slide. Quick as a wink, Fiona slid down feet first, then whoosh, I went too, whooping with delight until my feet hit the ground. Next, out popped Iris, followed by my dad. Iris and Fiona set off for the ferry while my dad and I headed down to the beach to the surf shack. Pop was wearing a red t-shirt and a name tag that read, Welcome to the surf shack. My name is Big Boss. When we got to the shop, the first thing I did was call my mom. I filled her in about the tree house, the sun, and the slide. Wow, my mom explained. It is going to be quite a summer. Definitely interesting, I replied. What else is going on there, she asked. Fiona said that the triple dip is getting really busy, I told my mom. Lots of people are coming to the island for the surfing and sand sculpture competition. It will take place right in front of the surf shack. That sounds really fun, my mom said. How was the ferry boat ride? Well, I felt a little queasy from the waves, I told her. Did you know they use the boat to take people out snorkeling too? Hope you get to do that while you're there, said my mom. I'm not sure if I will or not. The snorkeling tours are completely sold out until the end of the summer, I told her. They're very popular. We talked until it was time for my mom to leave for work. After we hung up, I felt homesick and a little sad. My dad was helping a customer. I wanted to do something, just not stand around. I introduced myself to a guy who works at the shop. He sort of half waved without a hello. Hi there, I'm Coral. I stuck my hand out to shake his, but he'd already turned his back to me. He was fixing the tire on a green bicycle. Every once in a while, I heard him mutter things like crudmacker and sugar snap peas and dibber dabber wallensnaff. Okay. I hadn't caught his name, but I was pretty sure it wasn't Mr. Happy. I circled around the bike he was working on and took a peek at his name tag. Welcome to the surf shack. My name is Grump. I couldn't help asking, is your name really Grump? Stick around for a while, Coral, my dad joked, and you'll understand. Suddenly, a huge crash interrupted my dad. Grump's tools spilled all over the floor. Oh, coconuts, Grump huffed. Swizzle, swazzle, bing, bang. My dad flashed me a smile and a wink that said, see what I mean? After I helped Grump put all of his tools back in the toolbox, there was really nothing for me to do at the surf shack. My dad was at the beach giving paddleboarding lessons to a couple who were on their honeymoon. I read the papers and posters tacked on the shack's corkboard. Free purple couch. Need a friendly and fun dog walker and cat sitter? Beach concert every Tuesday night. I drank some water, twirled my hair around my finger, and whistled a made-up song. I relaced my orange and pink sneakers, and I counted backward from 100. I thought about how bored I was. Here is the picture. There's Coral. There's Grump in the background working on his bike, and there's the sign. It looks so beautiful. I could totally see being there. I hopped on one foot over to Grump. Why is there no electricity on the island? I asked. There is. The shops and hotels in the village use wind-powered. Hotels in the village use wind-powered electricity. But why? I continued. Grump sighed. Because a lot of folks here try to preserve the beauty of the island, he explained. There's no reason to use up all of our natural resources if we don't have to. Don't you miss having a computer? I asked Grump. Not really, Grump rolled his eyes. I'd rather read and play beach volleyball and surf. Speaking of surfing, why are surfboards so long? I asked. Why? Grump grumbled under his breath. He closed his eyes, shaking his head slowly. Why is the ocean so blue here? I asked him. Why is the sand so white? Grump got up and went to the counter under the cash register, opened the drawer, and pulled out a blank name tag. He wrote on the front of it with a blue marker and handed it to me. Well, isn't this just the nicest thing to do? I thought. My own Surf Shack name tag. I glanced at it. Welcome to the Surf Shack. My name is Y. I like it. Why did you write Y on my name tag? I asked in a disappointed tone as I pinned it onto my shirt. Exactly, Grump snorted, as if I'd sort of said something funny. Because you ask a lot of questions, and I'm in charge of making the name tags. Okay, that was chapter 3. And so now we'll move on to chapter 4.